Have you noticed a strange phenomenon in society when fraud cases occur? We tend to blame the victims for being greedy. When rape cases happen, we say that the victims must have been dressed provocatively. But don't you find it strange that they are the ones who have suffered, yet they face criticism and scrutiny from the public and media? Why is it that during such events we tend to focus more on the victims rather than the perpetrators? First off, humans are creatures who place a lot of emphasis on causal connections. The logic of cause and effect has served as the foundation for all of our achievements to date. Therefore, we find it difficult to accept things without causal relationships. If there is a lack of causality, our brains automatically try to fill in the gaps. When an event occurs, perpetrators usually have clear motives, making it easier to establish causal relationships for their actions. However, as victims, they are often chosen by the perpetrators, and while the result is evident, the reasons behind it are not easily apparent. At this moment, our minds start to focus more on the victims and try to figure out why they were victimized. These reasons, perhaps some based on facts and others merely products of our imagination, lead us to blame the victims when they contradict our values. It is all because they did something wrong that goes against my values. Now that such unfortunate events have occurred, I can only say that they deserve it. Some people lose their savings due to scams because they are stupid and greedy. Kids experience bullying on campus because they are weird or asocial. These things happen to them because they did something wrong. But is this really the truth? Cognitive bias means when something happens to us personally, we tend to attribute it to external causes. For example, if I drive fast, it's because I need to take a sick child to the doctor. I'm not a bad person. I did this because of some serious reason. However, when it comes to others, it's difficult for us to know their true reasons for driving fast, so we are more inclined to attribute it to their personal traits. They drive fast because they are impatient. Just like how we blame the victims in the aforementioned scenario, we are unaware of the entire story, but our brains construct one for us. Unknowingly, we fall into the traps set by our own brains. So, how do we avoid these psychological traps? The simplest way to escape these traps is to focus more on the perpetrators, increase awareness about them, and gather more information. By doing so, we can stop our brains from fabricating lies and fill the gaps in causal relationships with actual facts. This approach also helps us develop empathy and reduces the tendency to blame the victims. The next time you find yourself inclined to blame the victims when you see news, there's no need to overly condemn yourself because it's a normal brain reaction. However, once you become aware of it, you can take a moment to reflect and understand that you have the opportunity not to be deceived by your own brain. Cultivating empathy can help make yourself and the world a better place. Do you agree that these reasons contribute to victim blaming, or have you experienced similar situations? Feel free to share your thoughts or stories.